Good morning everybody. Today we are going to discuss modern theory or contemporary theory of this management. There are three theories we discuss. One is classical theory, another one neoclassical theory, and this is all about the modern theory or the contemporary theory. जो थ्योरी आज के ज़माने में यूज़ होता है, जो थ्योरी मॉडर्न ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में ज़रूरत है, यूज़ होता है, उसे क्या बोलेंगे? मॉडर्न थ्योरी और कंटेम्प्रेरी थ्योरी बोलेंगे. ओके, एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थ्योरीज विच आर कमिंग अंडर द मॉडर्न थ्योरी और कंटेम्प्रेरी थ्योरी इज सिस्टम अप्रोच एंड कंटिंजेंसी अप्रोच. These are the two approach which are coming or theory or approach same. One is system approach, another is contingency approach. These two approaches are used exclusively in the as a modern theory or contemporary theory of management, which is applicable to any organization nowadays. For the recent scenario, these management theories are applicable to every organization. So one is system approach or system theory we can say, or contingency approach or contingency theory we can say. So we'll discuss briefly today about the system approach as well as contingency theory. And today we are going to discuss the system approach and contingency approach. First, the system approach. What is system approach we'll discuss, but before that, who is the person who is the main behind this system approach is that Ludwig von Wattenfey. He is the person who is behind this system approach. He is the person who coined this system approach. Okay, so what is a system? Look at everybody, our body is totally a system where all the system are there. Nervous system is there, respiratory system is there, reproduction system is there. Okay, there are different kind of system is there in our body, and body is a total system. Under the system there are different of system is there, like nervous system is a system, respiratory is a system, digestive is a system. There are different subsystem is there from the total system. Similarly, organization also, organization is treated as a system, and in that organization there are different kind of subsystems are also there. If you treated the organization as a system, then there are different department is there are different parts are there are different subparts are there. Okay, so the different department are the parts of the whole system, and from that part there are different subparts also there, and they are interrelated to each other. Like in our body also there are different system and subsystems are there. Similarly, if there is a something happen to in our body, suppose you are feeling headache, then that you will not do good work, you will not concentrate properly. So due to some problem arises in a particular system, then whole body will not function. Similarly, if any part or any subpart which is not functioning properly, then there is having certain serious impact to any kind of the total system. So it is very important that each and every system has to function clearly, has to function properly, so that the impact will be good to the total system and the total system will function smoothly. Okay, so I told the Ludwig von Wattenfey, he is the person who coined this system approach. Okay, an organization, as I told, that is a system. Organization is treated as a whole system. From that organization there are different parts are there, different subparts are there, different departments are there, and all the departments are interlinked to each other, interdependent to each other. And look at this, organization is a system. Why it is treated as system? Because there is something happens. What happens? There is some input is used, the technology can be used as input, the raw material can be used as input, the labor can be used as an input, the money can be used as input, and there is some process occur in the organization. Okay, through different department the process happens, and there is some output in the sense what? Finished product, or it is any kind of product and services that an organization is producing. So organization has to see that the particular system has to function smoothly and properly, then the whole system will work good. Then what is the story behind this system approach? Okay, the system approach is essentially a way of thinking about organizations and management problem. The system approach is essentially a way of thinking about organization and management problem. What is the problem between the management problem and what is the thing is there? Okay, so this approach is essentially a way of thinking about organization and management problem. What is the management problem and what is the organization? What is the relationship is there? You can study in this particular system approach. This approach views an organization as interrelated parts with a unified purpose, surviving ideally thriving in its environment. What is this thing is all about? Total organization is has to work unified manner. The goal of the organization should be one. Production department, they are having the objective to produce qualitative product. Marketing department has to do the marketing. HR department has to recruit right people at the right time and they have to place them in the right order. And each department is having different objective and they have to depend on each other and they have to work in a unified manner, and at last the main concern is about how the goal of the organization can be improved, goal of the organization can be achieved. That is the prime concern. So they have to work unitedly. The production department, if it requires finance, then he has to consult with the finance department. If the marketing department requires certain salesperson, sales staff or marketing executive, then he has to refer to the HR department. If any kind of marketing guy requires certain kind of training, then he has to refer to the HR department. So all the department has to having certain relationship. If a particular product is going to be launched, what is the demand of the particular product? What are the likes and dislikes of the customer? At what price the customer want to purchase? And what design the customer want the product? What specification of the product required? This marketing department has to communicate the message to the production department. So all departments are interlinked to each other. They are interdependent to each other, and they have to work in a unified manner to achieve the objective of the goal of the organization. Okay. Then the system theory looks at the organization as a whole, examining all relevant organization variables simultaneously. Okay, what is that? The system theory looks at the organization as a whole. यहाँ पे डिपार्टमेंट क्या कर रहा है इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, सिस्टम क्या कर रहा है इम्पोर्टेंट है. सिस्टम का ऑब्जेक्टिव पूरा होना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. So department is having different kind of objective, but at last as a whole organization क्या कर रहा है? Whenever we want to review a particular organization, when we have to rank a particular organization, we should not rank that finance department is good, the marketing department is good, the HR department is good. Not like that. We have to say whether this organization is good or bad. We have to rank the organization like 4-star, 5-star, something like that. On that basis only we have to rank. Okay. Then the main thrust of this approach is on the interdependence and interrelatedness of the various subsystems from the point of view of effectiveness of a larger system. Organization is very large. Organization is very big. Organization is having different systems and different subsystems also there. They are interrelated and interdependent. Look at finance department is there, HR department is there, marketing department is there, production department is there. In production department there are other department also there, like quality control. Similarly in HR department, compensation, employment department is there. Similarly marketing department, sales department, advertisement department is there. So all departments will be there. There are organization is a system where the departments are the subsystem, and different kind of parts and subparts also there with that particular system. So that's why they are interrelated to each other. They are interdependent to each other. Knowing the advertisement only, the marketing department should know how much would be the advertisement expenditure. Okay, so all are interdependent or are interrelated to various subsystems from the viewpoint of the larger system of the organization. So organization कब effective होगा? जब ये सारे system subsystem अच्छी तरह से फंक्शन हो, अच्छी तरह से उनके अंदर रिलेशनशिप बिल्ड हो, वो अच्छी तरह से काम करेगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एज ए होल वो क्या करेगा, काम करेगा इफेक्टिव में. ओके, then what are the different features of system approach, what are the characteristic features of this system approach? You see, first one is open system. What is, there are two systems are there, one is closed system, another one is open system. Open system में क्या होता है, closed system में क्या होता है? Organization has to interact with the external environment, that means open system. Nowadays all the organizations has to interact with all the external environment. They have to see the political environment, they have to see the government, they have to see the taxation authorities, they have to see the customer, they have to see the supplier, they have to see everybody. So that's why all the business units nowadays, they are the open system, because they have to interact with the outside of the people in the organization. They have to interact with the supplier, they have to interact with the banker, they have to interact with the investors, they have to interact with the government authorities. Okay, they have to interact with, they are impacted by the economic environment, and there is having certain impact of that organizations. ओके, वो दूसरों पे इम्पैक्ट डालेंगे और वो दूसरे द्वारा भी इम्पैक्ट होंगे. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज ट्रीटेड एज ओपन सिस्टम. देन एडेप्टिव सिस्टम, सिंस organization is related to environment, it has to adjust to the changing environment. So as this organization is a part of the business environment or the environment, so it has to adapt whatever the changes takes place in the external environment as well as internal environment which are coming to the particular business. It has to adjust. The external environment are those environment which is occurring outside of the organization can't control it, and internal environment are those things which are internal to the organization, like employees, like we can say HR or value system or mission, vision of the organization. Okay, these are the things which is occurring inside the organization. The firm should have certain control, but there are certain things which are not within the control of this management. They are the external environment things which are not under control, but the organization has to adapt all the situation, all the environment. Okay, then organization as a whole, the organization is looked as a whole, which means that it is bigger than the subsystem combined. To ensure effectiveness, the emphasis is laid on integrating of various systems. So at last the organization should be treated as a whole. There are various systems will be there, various subsystems will be there, and all the department is having different kind of objective, but at last they have to focus how to reach the objective of the organization. They have to work as a unified manner, they have to work as a whole. So organization is as a whole, and all the people should try their best, and they will give their best to achieve the objective of the organization, to bring effectiveness and efficiency, and by integrating all the subsystems. Then boundaries, the organization provides boundary which separates it from other system, So organization is having certain boundaries. One organization is separate from other organization, because one organization is treated as a system and one system is separate to another system. Look at a organization is having different part, either internal part will be there, external part will be there. Under internal part employees coming, and under external part is what is coming, the customer is coming. So that's why there are certain boundaries are there. Based upon the boundary, the organization has to function its business. Then multidisciplinary, why it is treated as multidisciplinary? Because the organization in the modern theory of management is enriched by contribution from various disciplines. So this modern theory or the system approach is being derived from different kind of disciplines like psychology, sociology, economics, anthropology, mathematics, and operational research, and so on. So this approach, this particular system approach is not having its own, it is being derived, it is multi-facilitated, and it is multidisciplinary in nature, which is being derived from the psychology, sociology, anthropology, mathematics, and also this operation research. Okay, so this is all about the features of what this system approach. Then what is the use of this system approach? The system approach helps in studying the functions of complex organization and has utilized as the base for new kind of organization like project management organization. So system approach, what it do? It helps in studying the function of complex organization. एक organization complex है, but like our body is a certain process is there in our body. It is a complex functions also. There are different functions are there in our body. Similarly, also organization is having also different kind of functions, and it is having different kind of complexity in complex in nature the particular organization. So the resources has to be utilized properly, and like project management organization में मतलब क्या है? The organization is there for a particular project only. For a new kind of organization, this particular system approach can be helpful because it is containing, it is involved various systems, various subsystems, various departments, various parts, various subparts. So understanding this will be helpful for the particular new organization. It is possible to bring out the interrelationship in the various functions like planning, organizing, directing, controlling. So this system approach you can bring out certain interrelationship between different functions of management like planning, organizing, directing and controlling. ये सारे जो फंक्शन है मैनेजमेंट का, आप उससे भी कुछ चेंज ला सकते हो, कुछ रिलेशनशिप बिल्ड कर सकते हो थ्रू दिस सिस्टम अप्रोच में. Then limitation. So what is the demerit of this system approach? It is abstract, it is vague, practically techniques are not applied. So whatever the system approach told, practically these things are not applied. Okay, so that is the limitation. Then exact nature of interdependence is not defined. What is the dependence actually? So exact dependence is not defined actually. Then exact relationship between the internal and external environment of the organization is also not defined. So main demerit is, what are the internal environment is there? Internal environment पे कौन आएगा? Human resource आएगा, finance आएगा, value system आएगा, okay, then plant आएगा, machine आएगा, research and development आएगा, ये सारी चीज़ internal में आएगा. External में क्या आएगा? Supplier आएगा, banker आएगा, government आएगा, then economy environment आएगा, political environment आएगा, okay, then cultural social environment आएगा. ये सारे जो environment है उन एनवायरनमेंट के बीच क्या रिलेशनशिप है वो भी ठीक से डिफाइन नहीं कर पाया ये सिस्टम अप्रोच. नो स्टैंडर्ड सेट ऑफ प्रिंसिपल अप्लाई टू ऑल टाइप ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. सो हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कुछ ना कुछ अलग तरीका है. सो यू कांट अप्लाई द सिस्टम अप्रोच टू ऑल द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बिकॉज प्रिंसिपल्स, द सेट ऑफ प्रिंसिपल कैन वेरी फ्रॉम वन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू अनदर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. It fails to provide concept that apply to all type of organization. It can't be applied to all type of organization. So that is the limitation of what everybody system approach. So ये रहा हमारा पहला जो कि मॉडर्न थ्योरी है, कंटेम्प्रेरी थ्योरी है, जो कि सिस्टम अप्रोच हम उसे बोलते हैं, जो कि एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक सिस्टम की तरह ट्रीट होता है, एज ए होल ट्रीट होता है. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट होता है, डिफरेंट सिस्टम होता है, डिफरेंट सब सिस्टम होता है, एंड हर सिस्टम एंड सब सिस्टम आपस में इंटर रिलेटेड है, इंटरकनेक्टेड है, interdependent है, and all the system subsystem has to work together in a unified manner to reach the objective of the particular organization. and organization में दो टाइप का environment होता है, open environment and closed environment. आजकल के ज़माने में क्या है, open environment है जो कि organization interact करता है दूसरे environment को, external environment को, जहाँ पे कि वो खुद इम्पैक्ट डालता है और वो इम्पैक्ट भी लेता है आउटसाइड से. सो ये इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट भी है. इंटरनल मतलब जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर होता है वो इंटरनल, जो कि कंट्रोलेबल फैक्टर्स है, जो कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बाहर होता है वो एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स है. एंड एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैज़ सर्टेन बाउंड्रीज एंड द सिस्टम organization, every organization is having its own system and its own boundaries, and the system should be different from one system to another system. Okay, so there are different things we discussed about this particular system approach. Then we discuss about the contingency theory or contingency approach. We can say contingency theory as a situational theory, or we can say if and then approach. It is otherwise known as what? If and then approach, or contingency theory is otherwise known as situational theory. इसका मतलब क्या है? The contingency approach to management is relatively a new approach to management. Okay, so how to manage the particular organization? हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का डिफरेंट सिचुएशन होता है, हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कल्चर डिफरेंट होता है, हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का मोड ऑफ ऑपरेशन अलग अलग होता है. सो एक रूल को, एक अप्रोच को हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में अप्लाई नहीं हो सकता है. सो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के डिमांड के अनुसार, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के सिचुएशन के अनुसार हम क्या उसे डिफरेंट अप्रोच हम क्या करेंगे, रखेंगे. हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए डिफरेंट अप्रोच रखेंगे. ओके, सो यू कांट अप्लाई ऑल द थिंग्स, ऑल द रूल्स, ऑल द प्रिंसिपल in a similar manner or uniform manner to all the organization. You have to apply differently in different approach or different way or different principle to different organization to make the things to be happen. So that is known as what? Contingency theory, or we can say situational theory. It is an extension of the system approach, जो कि system approach में कुछ limitation था, इसलिए ये जो contingency theory आया है. The basic idea of this contingency approach is that the organization has to come up with different situation in different way. हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का प्रॉब्लम सेम नहीं होता है, हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का सिचुएशन सेम नहीं होता है, इसलिए हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का सेम प्रिंसिपल अप्लाई करना, सेम थ्योरी अप्लाई करना, सेम रूल रेगुलेशन अप्लाई करना वो सही नहीं होता है. इसलिए यू हैव टू डील एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डिफरेंट वे because the situation is quite different. There is no single best way of managing applicable to all situation. So you can't say this is the best approach, you can't say this is the best way of doing the things, you can't say this is the best principle, because as per the situation you have to deal the particular situation in that manner, and the way of managing of that situation is different from the past. So one situation to another situation your approach will be different. Okay, so there is no such single best way, there is no such the best way to managing the things which can be applicable to all situation. हर एक situation के लिए same principle apply होना, same management technique apply होना ये सही नहीं है, ये apply हो नहीं सकता है practically. Then the contingency approach is the outcome mainly of the research studies conducted by Tom Burns and G. W. Stocker and John Woodward, Paul Lawrence and J. Lorch, James Thompson and others. These are the men behind this particular contingency theory, or we can say situational theory. They play a key role of the emergence of this particular contingency theory or situation theory or if and then approach. ये सारे लोग जो कि वर्क किए हैं, ये सारे लोग स्टडी किए हैं, रिसर्च किए हैं. सो उसके बाद after that we got this particular contingency theory. Then features, what are the different kind of features are there for this particular contingency theory or situation theory? Management is entirely situational. यहाँ पे मैनेजमेंट क्या बोलते हैं? सिचुएशन है, हर एक सिचुएशन डिफरेंट है, हर एक मैनेजमेंट का डिफरेंट सिचुएशन है. मैनेजमेंट इज सिचुएशनल. देन द एप्लीकेशन एंड इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ एनी टेक्निक इज कंटीजेंट ऑन द सिचुएशन. सो कौन सा टेक्निक अप्लाई करोगे, हाउ द एप्लीकेशन विल बी इफेक्टिव, दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन दैट पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन. सो the application and effectiveness of any technique is contingent on the situation. कौन सा सिचुएशन में कौन सा टेक्निक एप्लीकेबल करोगे वो उस सिचुएशन के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. इसलिए कोई भी बेस्ट वे नहीं है ये टेक्निक उस सिचुएशन में अप्लाई हो, क्योंकि हर सिचुएशन डिफरेंट है. Management is not having universal rules and they must be choose as per the organization. So management में ये नहीं, ये universally rule है जो कि हर एक organization में apply होगा. So it is not universal. So the rules and regulation which we are telling that it will be applied to every organization, that is not true. The rules and regulation will not be same, will not be universal, will not be applied to every organization in the same way or in the same fashion. Okay, so that's it has to be chosen, the rules and regulation has to be chosen as per the requirement of the organization. Organization may vary in the size, routineness of tasks and technology, environmental uncertainty and individual difference. So organization क्या होता है, वेरी होता है. एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में 50 लोग काम करते हैं, एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में 5000 लोग काम करते हैं. सो दोनों का क्या है, जो अप्रोच होगा अलग होगा. एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जो कि 50 लोग हैं वहाँ पे क्या है, रूटीन टाइप ऑफ पीपल विल बी देयर, सेम टाइप ऑफ वर्क करेंगे. उनको सोचना ज़्यादा नहीं, उनको इनोवेट होना ज़्यादा नहीं, उनको ज़्यादा स्किलफुल होना ज़रूरत नहीं, उनको लिए ऑटोक्रेटिक लीडर ज़रूरत है. लेकिन जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में इनोवेटिव पीपल है, जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रिसर्च टाइप ऑफ वर्कर है, जो उनके लिए क्या है, डेमोक्रेटिक और पार्टिसिपेटिव टाइप ऑफ लीडर्स आर रिक्वायर्ड. सो दैट्स वाई सिचुएशन टू सिचुएशन, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, okay, according to the size of the organization, according to the routineness of the task. okay, एक फैक्ट्री में एक प्लांट है, एक मशीन है जहाँ पे एक वर्कर आता है, वो काम करके चले जाता है. वो क्या करता है, रूटीन टाइप का काम करता है, उसको ज़्यादा सोचने का नहीं, उसको ज़्यादा क्रिएटिविटी होने का नहीं, वो सेम टाइप का वर्क करता है, उसको पता है क्या करना चाहिए, उसको ये टारगेट है. ओके, लेकिन जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में इनोवेटिव पीपल रहते हैं, जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में स्किलफुल लेबर रहता है, वो हर एक टाइम में सोच में रहेगा कैसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का एफिशिएंसी बढ़े, कैसे वर्कर का एफिशिएंसी बढ़े, कैसे बेस्ट आउटपुट हो. वो हमेशा डिफरेंट वे में सोचेगा और डिफरेंट टेक्नोलॉजी भी लाएगा. हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का the level of technology and the type of technology also different, and environmental is quite uncertainty, we know also, and there are certain individual differences also there. There are certain workers who feel that organization is not paying much properly. They are having different mindset. They are doing they are very lazy, but there are certain workers, they are very good in their performance, they are very active in participation. So there is something individual differences are there from one organization to another organization. There are certain organizations where the manager has to force to the workers to do the work, but there are certain organizations the manager is not forcing, he is allowing to the workers to do the work in their own way. Okay, so these are the features are coming for this particular contingency theory. Organization may vary in the size, routineness and task and technology, environmental uncertainty and individual difference. So this point we discussed already. Then as management success depend on its ability to cope with environment, it should sharpen diagnostic skills so as to anticipate and comprehend environmental changes. What is that? As management success depend on its ability to cope up with its environment. सो मैनेजमेंट का इफेक्टिवनेस कब आएगा, मैनेजमेंट का सक्सेस कब आएगा, जब वो हर एक एनवायरनमेंट को कोप अप करके, हर एक एनवायरनमेंट को वो क्या होगा, एडेप्टेबिलिटी करेगा, वो क्या है, कोप अप करेगा हर एक एनवायरनमेंट को. उससे वो क्या होगा, उसका जो इफेक्टिवनेस बढ़ेगा, वो सक्सेसफुल बन सकता है. इट्स शार्पन इट्स डायग्नोस्टिक स्किल्स. उसमें क्या है, उसका जो डायग्नोस्टिक स्किल है, ओके, जो कि कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट स्किल है, कुछ डायग्नोस्टिक स्किल है जो अप्लाई करेगा, सो दैट ही कैन ब्रिंग सर्टेन चेंजेस इन हिज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और एनवायरनमेंट चेंजेस ही विल ब्रिंग. सो यहाँ पे हर एक सिचुएशन डिफरेंट होता है, हर एक सिचुएशन को अडेप्ट करना चाहिए, हर एक सिचुएशन को तुम डायग्नोस्टिक वे में तुम्हारा स्किल यूज करके तुम इफेक्टिव बनना चाहिए. इसलिए द रोल ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर मैनेजर इज़ वेरी मच इम्पॉर्टेंट, एंड ही शुड ब्रिंग सर्टेन चेंजेस इनसाइड द पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विथ हिज कैपेबिलिटी, विथ हिज कैलिबिलिटी, एंड ही शुड यूज हिज डायग्नोस्टिक स्किल्स, एंड ही कैन एंटिसिपेट एंड comprehend and environmental changes. Okay, he should comprehend the particular environmental changes. Then evaluation of this particular contingency approach. Contingency approach is pragmatic in nature, which is practically applicable, whereas the system approach is not that much of practically applied, whereas this particular contingency theory is practically applied. Pragmatic means practically applied. It avoids vague judgment and widens the horizon of prioritizing managers. Okay, so whatever the vague judgment was there in system approach, that is completely avoided in this particular contingency approach. It guides them to be alert and adaptive to environmental factors while choosing their techniques and style. You should be adaptive, you should be update yourself to the change in the situation, to the change in the environment, to the change in the technology. Whatever that changes takes place in the environmental, you have to adapt such changes. They get the opportunity of becoming innovative and creative. If you are adapting the situation, if you are upgrading yourself, then definitely you are innovative, you are getting the opportunity of becoming innovative and creative. Then the contingency approach has a wide-ranging applicability and practical utility in organization and management. It is having its own importance. The way the foreign companies, not the Indian companies, are functioning, the way the foreign companies are performing, the same way the Indian companies might not function, because as per this particular contingency approach, it depends upon the situation to situation. Similarly, the leader of a foreign company and leader of the Indian company, the manager of a foreign company and manager of Indian company, their approach, their style, their adaptability to the situation, their way of tackling the problems will be different. The way they are handling the situation, their approach, their techniques, their skills, that will be definitely will be changed with the change in the environment, change in the situation. The foreign manager who is a manager in a foreign company, if he will come to the Indian companies, he has to adapt that particular situation that is prevailing in the Indian organization. So that's why you have to see the situation, you have to see the environment, according to that you have to change. It advocates comparative analysis of the organization to bring about matching between the organization structure and situation peculiarity. You have to match what is the requirement of the organization. Okay, you have to match with the situation, with the organization structure. Hence, this approach is also known as situational approach to management, or if and then approach. So, if this could be the case, then this has to be done. If that could be the case, then this has to be done. So, as it is dependent upon the situation, so you can't apply a particular techniques, particular approach to all the situation. So, if a particular situation will occur only, then only you have to adapt this particular technique. So, that's why situation to situation, the approach, the commitment, the use of skills, the use of approach, the use of technique, the logical thinking, the problem solving skills, that has to be differ from one organization to another organization, and it is purely depends upon the situation. So that's why it is known as what? Situational analysis, or it is otherwise known as if and then approach, or if and then theory. So what we discussed today we discussed about the two modern theories, and as I told from the beginning of the class that there is a classical theory which we discuss about the F. Taylor's scientific management. We discuss about the administrative theory of Henry Fayol. We discuss about the Max Weber's bureaucracy theory, that is the classical theory, and we discuss about the new classical theory where the human relation theory is there, then behavioral theory will be there, and we discuss about the modern theory and contemporary theory where the system approach is there and contingency theory will be there, and we can replace, we can use synonymically this approach as theory or theory as approach as per our choice. And system approach में हमने डिस्कशन किया क्या है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक सिस्टम है जहाँ पे तरह तरह के सिस्टम, सब सिस्टम एंड पार्ट सब पार्ट रहते हैं जो कि इंटर रिलेटेड है, इंटर कनेक्टेड है, एंड सबसे अहम इम्पॉर्टेंट क्या है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक ओपन सिस्टम है जो कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दूसरे के ऊपर इम्पैक्ट डालता है और दूसरे के द्वारा भी इम्पैक्ट वो उसे इम्पैक्ट होता है. कैसे? गवर्नमेंट अगर बोलेगा कि प्लास्टिक बैन करो, अगर तुम प्लास्टिक का कोई भी गुड्स प्रोड्यूस करते हो तो वो तुम्हें इम्पैक्ट डालेगा. if government will tell that this is a, you have to go with paper bags, if you are a paper bag manufacturing company, then that is having a positive to your business will grow at that point of time. So organization should be open system, it has to adapt the environmental also, and organization should be treated as a whole. Okay, organization should be work as a whole, organization should be work as a uniform manner. Even though the department is having different kind of objective, even though the department are having different kind of rules, but they have to work together to function smoothly and effectively to the whole organization, and the organization should be treated as one unit. Then we discuss about the use of this particular system theory or the system approach, where the new kind of organization will be there. Then you have to apply this particular system approach, and it is applied to all the functions of management like planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. And this limitation of this system is approach is all about what it is quite vague. You can't apply all the techniques to all the organization, and it is not having any standard is not there, and it is failed to provide the concept. It is not applied to the all type of organization. Okay, so that's why there is a emergence of this contingency theory will be there, where you have to apply this particular your approach, your techniques, your skills, that depends upon or that contingent upon a particular situation. एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से दूसरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को जब आप अप्लाई करते हैं, एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जो टेक्निक आपने अप्लाई किया वो टेक्निक दूसरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में अप्लाई नहीं कर सकते. सो दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द सिचुएशन इन वे यू हैव टू बी प्रोएक्टिव इन you have to be diagnostic skill you should have, so that you should tackle the situation, tackle the particular problem, and you understand the particular problem, and you have to set the approach, and the approaches will be different and the rules will be different from one organization to another organization. And we discuss about who are the persons, who are the people who are behind this particular contingency theory or contingency approach. Then we discuss about the features, and we discuss here what management is entirely situational, and management is not having any kind of universal rule. ये रूल हमेशा यूनिवर्सली नहीं है, ये रूल हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए अप्लाई नहीं हो सकता. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वो क्या करता है, वेरी करता है. ओके, उसके साइज के अनुसार, उसका रूटीन ऑफ टास्क के अनुसार, उसका टेक्नोलॉजी के अनुसार, उसका एनवायरनमेंट के अनुसार, उसके इंडिविजुअल टू इंडिविजुअल वो क्या करता है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्या होता है, डिफर होता है. इसलिए सारे टेक्निक सब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए सेम होगा ये कुछ नहीं है. सो देन मैनेजमेंट सक्सेस डिपेंड ऑन इट्स एबिलिटी टू कोप अप विद द एनवायरनमेंट. इसलिए हमेशा मैनेजर क्या करेगा, उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में वो काम कर रहा है, चाहे एक सक्सेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हो चाहे वाई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हो, वो एनवायरनमेंट से वो क्या करेगा, एडेप्टेबिलिटी होना चाहिए, वो कोप अप करना चाहिए, वो अपना स्किल्स यूज करना चाहिए, वो एडेप्टेबिलिटी बनना चाहिए. ओके, देन कंटिजेंसी थ्योरी इज हैविंग इट्स practical application. Its techniques are quite good, and it is widely accepted. It is the techniques are not vague. Okay, what are the limitation of a system approach? That is having its positive things in this particular contingency approach because of its practical utility. Okay, so this is all about this particular contingency theory as well as what system approach or system theory. These two are coming as the contemporary theory or modern approach of management. Thank you.